Hello, this is your instructor for this class of public speaking in the digital age. And I wanted to just spend a few moments so you get to know who I am, get to see me. Even though this is an online class, I think it's important that we make some kind of connection. Part of what is offered to you, and I hope that you really take advantage of this, is that you schedule with me a private Zoom conference. I'm on Zoom right now recording this video for us, but you can sign up for a Zoom conference and you actually get extra credit points for doing that. So hopefully this will make this your instructor a little more personable than just some online shadowy figure that you've never heard of or seen from. So we're in a brand new era in at Bellevue in some of the classes, and this is yours is one of these that is using the new Blackboard Ultra. So really what I want to go over today is how to navigate through that because that's going to be important for you to know how to use Blackboard to do all the assignments and the speeches that are due for this class. So first, I want to tell you a little bit about myself, though, my background. My personal background is that I am a retired pastor. I was pastor for more than 30 years. I retired about 5 years ago, took early retirement to spend more time with my wife and do some things. So now what I do is I teach part-time. I teach not only at Bellevue University, but also at Midland University and also Metropolitan Community College. And I teach public speaking. That's what I have a master's degree in. I have an undergraduate degree in speech and theater, have a master's degree in communication, as well as a master's degree of divinity. So I am not only knowledgeable about communication, but for many, many years as pastor in the church, I gave sermons every single Sunday. And so I gave presentations. Standing up and talking in front of people is something that I'm well used to. Been involved in a lot of theatrical productions. So it's another thing that has helped me to gain experience at communicating with other people. So I not only do I personally have a lot of experience with this, but I've actually been teaching this course and other ones like it since 2005. So for about 20 years now, I have been teaching on the college level. Prior to going into ministry, I was a school teacher. I taught speech and English in high school and junior high, and I was in charge of the speech team that went to competitions, directed school plays, all that sort of thing. My wife and I have been married for 46 years, and we have two adult children, both males, and they're both married. We have one grandson, Gus, who is the sparkle in our eye currently, 3 months old. We have three dogs that we take care of. They're kind of like our children. Two miniature Schnauzer dogs, Parker and Max, and one golden doodle, who is a therapy dog. Her name is Cooper. And so we do spend some time with our dogs and being outside, gardening, that sort of thing. So I have a lot of varied interests. I live in West Omaha. I know some of you that are taking this class don't even live in Nebraska, but I'm living in the largest city in Omaha, or in Nebraska, Omaha. So I'm glad to have you here with us. And at this point, I'd like to share my screen with you so that we could go through the website, the Blackboard website. I could explain a little bit about what you need to do to prepare and how to kind of navigate through this whole thing. So I'm going to be sharing my screen. What you'll be seeing here is the Blackboard Ultra, and this is what it's going to look like when you get on board. And I hope that you can experiment, go through this class, kind of look at different things. I want to highlight some things for you at this time. Now, there will be one change starting the 1st of September, about September 5th, I've been told. Then all of the things that you see on the left side, you can see where my mouse is scrolling along the left side, where right now it says course faculty. all of those things are going to be moved to the right side. So this course content will be on the left, or the other items, the details and actions will be over here on this side. So I'm going to put this now in student preview so that it looks just like what yours looks like. So now you can see it's changing from the faculty view to now that what your view should be like. And you can see how it'll have your picture. If you have a picture, your name should be up here. And then you'll see on the left side here, a column called details and actions. And then you also have a thing on the right side here, which is information we'll cover in just a minute. But I want to start with all of this on the top. Your menu items are now located at the top. And if you're used to the old original uh, Blackboard, these were all on the left side. Now they're on the top. So on the top menu, you have something called content. This is where you have all of your weekly modules, all of your assignments and things. And so we're going to come back to this in just a minute because this is where you'll spend most of your time, is where it says content. I want to show you a calendar. If you click on that, it shows you the calendar here, just like what you would normally see in any calendar. And I like to switch it to the monthly one because then it will give us a list of things. Like, for example, it shows here when different assignments are due. Your first assignment is due on Wednesday, the 28th, and then you have another one that's due on Thursday, the 29th. So if you want to use this calendar just to check on when assignments are due, I don't put anything on the calendar, so it won't be used for anything other than just the due dates of assignments. Announcements is a key one. I would probably, if it was me, start with this every single week. And on Sundays is when I will post announcements. You notice there's no announcements up there yet, but I actually have one scheduled to go up that's going to be up on Sunday. And so the 25th of September of August, you should be able to then see announcements, and then they'll be up every Sunday. I also put special things on here, and when I do put announcements up, the announcements will contain the due dates of assignments and explanation of what the different assignments are for the week, and then also a lecture. So this is where I give you insights, things to look for, highlights of things for the week. So it's very important that you start with the announcements to kind of get my insights, my expertise on different things. So you'll see an instructor lecture. You'll also see a instructor video lecture, just like this. I'll do a separate video highlighting different things. They'll normally be a little shorter than this one. This one's longer because I have to go through and explain all of the Blackboard to you. But normally they'll be 5 to 10 minutes long, giving you the highlights of the week, what to look for, and so on. Then the next one here is the discussions. This is where you will be placing all of your different items, your assignments and things on the discussion board. There'll be graded discussions on here. Now, this first one called Coffee Shop is simply a forum for you to speak with other students. If you have a general question that you don't have for me as the instructor, but just for anybody to answer, put it in the coffee shop. And anybody that sees that in class, you're welcome to post replies to that. You're also welcome to post your own discussion things in there, questions or comments or things like that. I have access to the coffee shop. I might go in and look at it and add some things, but probably it's up to the students. And here's for the first discussion board, your self-introduction that you need to post here. Here's instructions for it on how to do it. This is a hyperlink. See how I go over it, it changes. So then you can click right on that and that takes you right to the discussion board. Then here's another one for week 1. This is the second one that's due. This first one, by the way, was the one that's due next Wednesday, the 28th. This one is due this coming Thursday, the 29th, and that's speech ideation process. And we'll be discussing what that is. You'll need to read over the lecture, also look over the instructions here. Then this one is for week 2 and week 4. There's different discussion boards. So this is where you will post your assignments for this class, is here on this discussion board. So that's kind of a discussion / assignment posting is what that is. Gradebook is going to be nothing there right now, but this will show you all of your assignments and the points and how many points you got. The very first thing you have to do is you have to acknowledge the syllabus. And we'll go through and I'll show you, it's under content, and I'll show you where the syllabus is. And you can't, everything's locked and it won't unopen or won't open until you acknowledge that you have read over the syllabus. You've actually read it over or not, you have to at least acknowledge that you did. So this is the grade book showing you all the points earned. Gradebook is also explained in the syllabus. Messages is where emails are sent and where you can send messages to me as the instructor, where you can send an email to other students and receive email from other students. So mainly it's for your class emails that you're going to be sending. Analytics is something that you might want to take a look at. This is how you can run a report on your activity in class, showing things such as how many times have you accessed the course. You need to get in the course and access it at least once a week. The minimum should be 3 times a week at least. And I'll be looking at your activity as well to determine, how active are you really in the class? How much are you participating? And the second thing the analytics show is how much time have you spent on doing different things in the class. And you can compare your time to others if that is helpful for you for any reason. There's something called interactions that is listed on there. You can see how you interact and who you interact with. There's submissions telling you exactly how many things you've submitted. There's a grade center total score. And then there's 4 different items where you can compare yourself to the average in class. You compare yourself to other people. So use that if you just want to see an overall of how you're doing in class as far as non-graded type of activities. This last one is groups. I do not use different groups, but if I did put you in a small group, it would be here under groups. So we probably will not be using that. So now let's go under content. And I want to show you some things under the course content. Now, all of these things are going to be here in the middle, but there's also things here on the left side that you might want to take a look at. These are just support things for you. This is a roster, is a list of everyone in the class. So if you want to know the names of everybody in the class, here's just a brief little 2-sentence course description. This is tracking your progress in the class. And I'll show you how these little buttons here track the progress as well. Here's attendance. I haven't decided if I'm going to use this attendance or not. I probably will not, because this is an online class and you are free to come and go as you want in the class instead of being, a certain time that we all meet. So this is an asynchronous type of class. Course tools, you can look at there at using different Canvas or not Canvas, different Blackboard tools or different tools from the Bellevue, like the Bellevue Library and other institution tools. Microsoft has their own help and support here. And here's specific Blackboard resources if you need help using Blackboard, if you want to watch, for example, training videos on how to do different things in Blackboard Ultra. Here's information about me. It just lists my name and my contact information, email, and phone is all. And then some resources for you as a student and the college. Look those over if you want. Like I said, these are just support things for you. So here's the coffee shop discussion, just like we've already looked at. Now I want you to notice something. If I go to the coffee shop, and this will have nothing in it because nobody has has posted anything yet because the class is just starting. But here's where you would go to check out if somebody has a question or a comment and you want to reply to that, then you can do that. Or if you have a question or comment, you can do that as well. But now when I'm done with the coffee shop and I close out of it, notice how now this is marked. This is a little progress thing. See, it says mark as complete. So that means that I have used this already, at least one time. Then I suggest you look at how to succeed in the course. This is just information about how to deliver speeches. It's also about how to use the Zoom conference feature. You have a free account at Zoom because you're part of this class. And I will be sending you a Zoom link if you want to do a Zoom conference with me. But you could also do a Zoom conference with other students or have other people. One of the things you can do for extra credit in this class is you can actually have people live watching your speech. You could actually record your speech on Zoom, just like I'm doing now, where you are sharing your screen. Now it's possible, and I'll show you here how to make yourself a little bit bigger. I don't do that because I cover up a lot of the screen. But you see, this is what I would do if I was recording on Zoom and showing other people. And other people would show up in their own box. And then if you have at least, I can't remember, it's 4 or 5 people, I have to read on the syllabus, adults, then you get 10 points extra credit for that speech. So that's another thing you could use Zoom for if you wanted to. So now we'll put Zoom back in myself back in the little box there. All right, then if you scroll down, then next is the first unit. Unit 1 is the first speech that you're doing, which is a speech of introduction of a person who's important to you for some reason. Could be someone you're related to. It could be a person that's a celebrity or something like that. But to actually access this, you have to go through and acknowledge that you've read over the syllabus. So I think that's under getting started here. It has a course introduction and then it has the syllabus. And notice here the circle is open, so I haven't done it yet. So if I wanted to do this, I would read through each part of the syllabus by clicking on it. And then I would click on this syllabus acknowledgement. This little thing will pop up on the side. And then it says, are you ready to start this acknowledgement? Yes, I am. So then it has one question for me here. And this question is, or statement, I have read and understand the course syllabus. And yes, I did read it over. And then I submit this. And then it says, are you sure you want to continue? Yes, submit it. Okay, so it was successful. Hooray. And then you could download this. You could print this if you wanted to do that, if you needed proof. So just in case something went wrong. And now that I've done that, now I'm able to open up the first week. I wasn't able to do that before. It wouldn't allow me to do it until I did the syllabus. So that's under getting started. And 1 of 5 things are now completed under getting started. So I have some other things there I could look at. Let's just click into week 1 and you can see here I've got an introduction here. There's some videos to watch. So click the introduction. It's just a simple little objectives and the deliverables. That means the things that are due for this week and when they're due, how many points there are. You'll get this every single time, a reminder of Zoom conferences where you can earn up to 10 extra credit points with your instructor. So again, I also want to encourage you to use that. So if you want to, go to the next item, you can click next here. That's the next item. Or you can close out of this, and then you can move to the next item on here. So the next item are the videos that you'll watch, and you'll have to just let them load up. Now they're loading up. And I found when I was experimenting with this that sometimes they don't load up. Sometimes you get an error. And so then you just close out of this by hitting this X and then just do it again. Just reload them up. But you have 3 videos for this week. And you'll want to pay attention to each of those 3 videos. Each one is a little different. For example, this first one is just an introduction to this course, to this class. That's all it is. And then there is instructions on this one, on the public speaking overview of the ideation process. And then this one here, the third one, gives you an example of a speech introducing an important person. Now, for each one of these, you can click on a link that gives you the transcript. So if you have difficulty with hearing any of the things, understanding it, then just use the transcript. Or if you notice here at the bottom, I'm highlighting it here, there is a closed caption feature. So you can I use that a lot so I can have the closed captions and telling me exactly what they're saying. So we're going to close out of this for now. Then here's the assignments, the discussion board, first one that's due next on the 28th, which is your self-introduction for that. There is no replies needed, but if you want to go through and reply to other people's self-introduction, read through theirs and get to know your classmates. And here's the second one that where you have to submit your assignment for the week, this ideation process. So read through the instructions, type up your ideas for who you want to introduce to the class, and then you're finished. And then we're ready to go on to week 2. But I wouldn't go on to week 2 until you finished week 1. And I wouldn't go on to week 2 until you've read through the announcements and you've seen, my little maybe video introduction to the week sort of thing, and then that'll get you going. So my recommendation is that you do all these assignments. You'll be done with the assignments by Thursday. That'll give you Friday and Saturday to reply to different people in the group. And that's part of your grade is going to be your replies to people in class. It'll tell you in there if you have to reply and what the minimum number of replies are. Most of the time, it's at least 2 replies to get full credit for the week. This one that you don't need a reply to is this self-introduction discussion board that you're posting. But I encourage you to do so anyway. All right. So then, once you've finished with this, then you can close out of this, and we can go back then to looking at other things in the class. So basically, this is how you do things in class. I'm going to exit out of the sharing for right now. There's really not anything else really to share in here. So now we'll stop sharing. And again, I just want to welcome you to class and say, I'm available for you to talk with either on the phone, texting, email, Zoom video conference. So there's lots of ways that you and I can communicate. I really, this is a communication class. So I want to really encourage you to use communication as much as possible. So I'm excited to be with you, to meet with you, to read your things, maybe even to see you on a video Zoom conference. And I hope you have a great week. And this is your instructor, Russ, saying so long until we see you again.